I'm not joking when I say Mario Party has 100% destroyed friendships and relationships. You're literally teammates 1 minute, doing a 2v2 game. Then the next round, someone steals your stars. I promise there's a point here. The game title, it sounds innocent. Oh, it's Mario. It's a Mario game, easy for everyone. Oh, it's a party. Until betrayal strikes yet again, and someone has to win. Someone has to lose. It's our modern board game for our generation. Just like the traitor friend in Mario Kart who throws a blue shell at you because they're in last place and you're in first. This, crazy enough, was a time when a friend was in the same room as you, and it still resulted in anger, frustration. Some people weren't talking with another. I mean, I'm getting in fights with my cousins about it. Now, we're more disconnected than ever. We are connected online, but disassociated with one another. People say literally the craziest stuff online. I mean, look at old COD lobbies, right? This video is a continuation of the last video, but pointing out at a subject we all know. But again, we're not talking about. Now, I understand this video isn't saying that you are a problem, okay? Just please understand that this is not finger pointing. It's a video for us to self-reflect together, because if we don't, I feel like we'll just literally go insane, right? People ask me why I don't rage on Apex. How all of my years of gaming, especially running into cheaters, which are a problem, because you would think that running into cheater would absolutely tip me over the edge, aka like Cronus Send, strike packs, cheating. How do I keep cool? I mean, okay, people who know me personally know I've always had a calm demeanor. Now, I'm going to share some tips, but I'm also going to be very honest here, because no one is perfect, okay? And it's okay to be upset. It's okay to be angry. So let's go back to the title of this video. Apex Legends rank destroys friendships. So the first problem to solve with a squad or others is expectation with friends, or even, let's just use randoms here too. When people play video games, the first expectation is that you're going to have fun with your friends, right? But the lines get blurred with competition. Competition isn't fun for everyone though, because, well, someone has to lose, which isn't fun, and someone has to win. And in a competition, again, no one wants to lose, right? Agreed? I mean, it's always better and more fun to win. So if you have a friend that you play with who is worse or better than you, your goal and intention already may not be in alignment. That immediately causes friction of, I'm going to lose more, or I may win more. Guess it depends, just like anything in life. I really find it funny, especially with Apex 6 years in already, 6 years plus, funny how gaming can mirror just someone's day job or daily life. Expectations when you're working your job, or running into problems and frictions with a coworker, or even things that you run into issues at school. Somebody gets a role in a play, somebody performs better than you in sports, the whole 9 yards. This leads to my next point, communication. You see, you can be better or worse, but it's important when achieving a goal to over communicate. Communication, essentially, you're just trying to communicate through pain points. If you are tired for the day, if you're frustrated with the pacing, if you are frustrated with how your friend is joking around, or if they're taking it too serious, if they're not taking it serious enough, that communication can help set expectations, not just overall, but for that specific goal in that day or within that hour. Now, here's an example. Maybe your squad goal is diamond above overall, right? Maybe you want to hit masters, maybe you want to hit pred. But one day after work, somebody's stressed, somebody's tired, that's going to impact their play. Maybe today is going to be a really rough day and their performance is going to tank. That doesn't mean it has to be a bad day just hanging out and playing, or maybe mentally both sides are just not in alignment. So you pass for the day, you do another activity or something, or you just don't play that night. Maybe you just go vibe out and watch a movie, because you're not going to climb that day and you're going to run into issues, which can cause a rift in mood between you and your friend, or even random. It's just knowing when to step away, having that, I guess you can call it maturity, sure. It's too many bad nights though, or it's going to cause so many problems, and you're going to want to overall avoid negativity, right? Because it goes to that main point of winning versus losing. Because when you lose, it feels like you're just wasting tons of time. Let's use Apex Legends Ranked as an example. You're in Diamond, you've gone up, let's say the last couple sessions, you've gone up at least 400 points, right? And then this next session, you drop 600. Something just goes wrong, you die off, drop over and over and over again. It just feels like at that point, a major track back from just crawling up slowly to having one horrible night of just losing. And that doesn't feel good. Winning hits a dopamine, you're like, okay, I'm making progress, but then it feels like it erased all that good karma, credit, whatever you want to call it. You just feel like you've lost all that meaningful progress. And that just feels awful. And that can feel like a waste of time, especially when you're spending time with friends. Maybe they're not friends. Maybe they're just somebody you met online and you don't have that personal connection with, because the excuse you use is like, well, at least I'm having fun with my friend. And that's where you need to know when to stop for the night, right? If you can tell it's a bad night, you're just not locked in, or somebody's not locked in, the comms aren't there, and you know that instead of just dropping 600 points, maybe you only dropped 100. Know when to quit, or know when to do something else. Have an alternative game with your friend or something. I know that's hard. It really feels like gambling, you know? I hate using this example, but it's like, quit while you're ahead. Okay, we've won 2 to 3 games in a row. Do we just kind of quit where we're ahead? Like, maybe we'll lose momentum. Maybe we're going to get tired. Maybe it's almost now in the middle of the night. Let's just stop instead of having that moment in the middle of the night where it occurs. You're like, oh gosh, now we're trying to get ourselves out of a pit. And then you're tired the next day anyways, right? If you realize all you do is lose, it could also be a pretty big hit to your ego too. I mean, especially if you're just breaking even. If all you're doing the whole time playing with friends is breaking even or losing, then that can also hit the ego pretty hard. So you want to fix things. I mean, this is where you got to communicate pain points or fix the things that are bothering you. Maybe, you know, somebody's just not locked in like we had mentioned. This is where you grow. Okay, while we are digging deep, let's just share some honesty here, even on my end. Even myself, I have been a real prick before when handling teammates. I mean, just a real a-hole, right? I mean, dig deep, we all have. I'm mentioning it because it doesn't make it okay to lash out, okay? It's not okay, but it doesn't make you a bad person. It makes us human. It means that we've all had these moments, but it's recognizing them. I've recognized them. And sometimes you're just in a situation where you, like, for example, you know, I've been sick, things didn't line up, and life can happen. And sometimes that means that you might lash out. Maybe you had a horrible thing that happened for you today, and this was just a tipping point, right? I guess it goes down to the basic premise, and this is what I always try to remind myself, and it's hard, right? Games are meant to be fun, but when it's a time investment and you could be doing other things, or it feels like you've lost progress, it feels bad, especially when you thought everyone was on the same page. But we communicate, take a step back. It's both sides, right? It's a two-way street. It creates solves. When you know your friend is like, maybe they are having a bad night, or, you know, I know they didn't mean that. Even if something is wrong. Let's use a very fair reason to be angry though, okay? Where this is 100% justifiable to be angry, okay? When you run into a cheater in Apex or any game, okay? Let's just put it broad. Any game, if somebody's cheating, it isn't fair. It is BS. Play with your friends and it sours your mood. You're gonna be tense. You're justified to be upset. You are losing. The expectation of fair play is missing. Now, the best option is to log off at that point, because you're already in a bad mood. But I'm sure it means you won't be playing with your friend. And you know what? That's why it feels so unfair. Why should you have to cave when you showed up with the expectation that this game was going to be fair? See what I'm getting at here? You are justified. It's not fair. Your expectations are ruined. The system is against you, and after a long day at work or school, our shared moment of just gaming, well, a relaxing moment, is ruined. It stresses you out. Man, I'd rather be watching a movie, hanging out with, you know, your significant other, doing anything else than running into this BS, right? Now, when talking with a friend, there is tension now, right? Now, the next example, when I solo queue, I purposely lower my expectations. I know it's going to be rough. It wouldn't be logical to have higher expectations. And let me point out that you are not wrong to have expectations that others of your similar rank are going to play of a similar skill level as you. That is a very fair assessment. Also, should you expect your friends and others to be on that same skill level and page? Well, this is where I struggle here as well. I guess the harsher reality is that it isn't always fair. I really lack answers here, especially with cheaters. I mean, that's just like the system. It sucks, man. Honestly. I mean, look at Black Ops 7 right now. I was watching a friend's post on Twitter, Stoddy. Dude, I've known this guy forever, and he is a cool, level-headed dude. He's going to produce amazing content about Battlefield 6. I've always been a fan of his content. And he was just hopping in Black Ops 6 after just a couple of hours, and people are cheating. Insane. What's the point of playing that game, right? And hopefully they crack down on it. So I don't have an answer for cheaters. I can just agree with you. Same for bad teammates. It's not fair, man. That sucks. It feels really bleak. And I know that when we talk about this, there isn't an answer. It's just more of a conversation, because I could try to give tips. This is stuff that I give tips on, okay? This is just my perspective. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong. I say it's okay to be upset because it is unfair. Your happiness matters. You don't have to fake how you feel and just communicate with your friends and others. I mean, also just be honest with yourself, right? I guess that one, it just isn't fair to do by lowering your expectations, right? Because then the moral compass kicks heavy in here. It's like if you just expect cheaters, then the whole idea is that, oh, well, cheaters are okay. No, it doesn't mean that they're okay. But you have to look out for your sanity here, right? I mean, your teammates should be better. People shouldn't cheat. A game shouldn't have bugs. It's been a hard day. Why did my friend who is a friend get upset when I try to give them feedback? You know, say, hey man, don't push that, or dude, let's just try to play it slower, or you got to push with me, you know? And this is where the next one comes in. Now, sometimes others won't want to hear you, okay? Perhaps they are not the friend you need right now, or the environment isn't healthy for that friendship. Trust me, I've run into this a lot of times, and it's hard when you're playing competitive. It really, really is. Tell your friend what your expectations are. It's just like Mario Party. If we all know it's for fun, then star stealing just isn't taken so personal. People won't be upset. And ranked, hearing feedback is the last thing overall I kind of want to touch on here. This part can also tear apart friendships, especially just one outburst, right? Because losing, especially if it's unfair, life is against you. You can make a mistake of being harsher with feedback just on accident just because you're wound up, right? You will mess up. I do also. Look at how many pro teams have fallen apart because of this, of just a squabble, or you didn't push with me, or I didn't hear that, and then they go back and forth with communication, and then the team falls apart. Sports teams, it's very common too. It's common at the highest level, and guess what? It's common on the lowest level. It's hard. It's why I'm repeating this in the video. The only thing we can do is do your best not to take it so personal. It doesn't mean saying it's just a game to devalue the idea of it. It's just to keep your sanity. It's funny, it's been mocked on social media. There was one, I'm gonna post this clip here. It was of Catan. You know, everyone is just fighting and intense, and the minute like the game's over, oh wow, the game, it's over. So I have the clip down in the description down below, but I'm gonna play it because I think it's so relatable. And sorry, there's cats in the background.
Something troubling you? Surely there's been a mistake here.
What mistakes do your eyes see? Please tell us.
We had an alliance! You had an alliance? If you thought that was an alliance, then you truly are a fool. I'd rather live 1,000 lives as a fool than breathe a single breath as a tyrant.
Yo, I just won.
What?
Yeah, I just got longest road. It's over.
Oh yeah, true. Okay.
I wanted to see where this was going.
God, that's anticlimactic. Hey?
Winning that didn't even feel good. I think I'm having a panic attack. I don't want to clean this.
So tips here, just as a reminder, be self-aware how you sound. This is extremely difficult in a heightened state of mind, okay? No, it's not personal whenever you hear feedback or maybe somebody is tense. The context and expectations of whenever you're playing, communication, it's hard because there isn't a solve, right? Apex is hard. Modern gaming is difficult when competitive. We got a lot against us. We want fair games, we all want to win, but we all should keep our sanity. This isn't a video with all the answers. It's not perfect. I'm not perfect. It's a dialogue here. It's the biggest issues that have existed in gaming before we were gaming, all the way to just Monopoly and pretty much beyond. So I did my best to structure this video. You know, it sucks because it sounds very bleak, but it's just reality. And when gaming hits, guys, it's amazing. But understand what is great also has another double-edged sword. So take care of yourselves today, and I look forward to talking in the comment section.